Good evening, it's April 20th, 2025, and it's time for my second set of devotionals. Won't you join me?
And celebrate recovery, healing from hurts, habits, and hang-ups.
Day 110. Pick a place and start. Lazy hands make a man poor, but diligent hands bring wealth. He who gathers crops in summer is a wise son, but he who sleeps during harvest is a disgraceful son. Proverbs 10:4-5. Our daughter and her family live in another state. Her husband is going to school, and she has her hands full with 3 active toddlers underfoot. So when we arrived for a visit, we found the sink full of dishes. We helped our daughter put the kids down for a nap, then suggested she catch one also. While they were resting, we tackled some of the chores. As I stood in front of the sink, I thought, wow, this is going to take forever, but it won't get done unless I get started. I surveyed the mess closely and chose a big pot that was taking up a lot of room. I washed it, dried it, and put it away. When I got back to the sink, things looked more manageable. I took care of another item, and then another, and before I realized it, the sink was empty and the kitchen was clean. Starting our relationship with Jesus is a lot like that, especially for those of us in recovery. Our lives are such a mess that we often feel overwhelmed. But with the help of God and our sponsors, we pick the most glaring problem and tackle that first. Then we move on to the next and the next. As long as we remain diligent, relief is certain. Prayer. Father, thank you for helping me work through my problems one at a time. In Jesus' name, amen.
And in my quiet time devotional.
Day 110. Extravagant Devotion. Then Mary took a 12-ounce jar of expensive perfume made from essence of nard, and she anointed Jesus' feet with it, wiping his feet with her hair. The house was filled with the fragrance. John 12:3. What a beautiful scene! A woman pouring out a generous quantity of wonderful-smelling perfume on one whom she loves, then tenderly wiping his feet with her hair. John must have vividly remembered the scene, for he wrote that the house was filled with the fragrance. Judas thought this was too much, and he self-righteously suggested that the gift could have been better spent. Jesus responded to those offended at Mary's extravagance by saying, "She did this in preparation for my burial." John 12:7. Mary's act of devotion and love was lavished upon Jesus, just days before the vile hatred of his enemies would culminate in his torture and death. This moment of sweet adoration would contrast with nearly every other moment of the week, as Jesus' enemies bitterly hardened their hearts to reject and kill him. Jesus knew this, but no one else did. Sure, Jesus had warned them 3 different times what would happen to him, but they didn't hear. They didn't want to know. Mary may not have understood the significance of what she was doing. All she intended was to offer the very best to one who had done so much for her, and Jesus honored her for it. Are you lavish and extravagant in your adoration of Jesus? What difference might it make to those around you if the fragrance of your love for him were to fill every room you're in? Do you struggle with a way to express your extravagant devotion to Christ? Just pick a place and start. It's that easy. I hope you have a blessed night.